Hi, this is Miss Robin. We're going to try to do the straw weaving where you can see me. And so what we're going to do, you're going to have 3 straws. You're going to have 3 strands of yarn. Okay. You're going to take this strand of yarn and you're going to put it into the straw. Sometimes it helps to use a needle, a crochet knitting needle to kind of push it through, or a small piece of wood. Okay, you're gonna get it. Then you're gonna grab the end. Okay. 1 strand of yarn in the middle of the straw. You're going to do that 3 times. Take your next strand. Put it in the straw. This part's a little challenging. Again, you could use maybe a wooden skewer, a knitting needle, maybe even a pencil that's sharpened to help push the strand of yarn into the straw. Grab the end, pull it through. We need a little left at the top. Okay. We're going to do that one more time. Strand of yarn, straw, and put the strand of yarn in the middle of the straw. Sometimes if you twist the end a little, it helps. Again, if you want to use a knitting needle, a wooden skewer, or something to just help push the end, push it through, that might help. Okay. Grab the end, the straw. Okay. You should have 3 straws. Okay. With the strand of yarn going through them, with a little hanging out. Then you're going to take your 3 straws. Masking tape is better, but I think Scotch tape has been provided. Take the Scotch tape, get a piece, tape it around the top of the straws. This is going to create your loom. Okay. Be very careful not to pull the yarn through and make it fall out. Okay. And this part's a little harder. You want all 3 strands to stay in the straw. So you'll have some here. Where you taped it, you want to put a knot. Okay. My fingers are a little large, so I'm going to move it down. set it a little on the table to do it. Make a knot. Okay, get all 3 strands together to make the knot. Okay, and again, be careful not to let it come out all the way. Mine started to, so you want to push it back down in and grab it on the ends. Okay, there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. 1 brown strand, what was provided in the straw. Tape the end of the straw, make a knot. Then if it's easier, you can set it down. You should have 1 large strand of yarn. I'm going to tie it to one of the straws. I'm going to tie it to one of the straws on the not the middle one. So I'm working on my left, and however works to make a knot for you. You can bring the whole strand of yarn through. You can do it with the shorter end. Okay. You just want to get the yarn tied on. Then, if you want to make it a little more secure, you can make a little bit more of a knot, or you don't have to. Okay. Then you're going to start your pattern of over and under. But it's a little challenging to hold everything at once. You're going to hold the straw and the yarn. Okay. And then you're going to have this coming out. You're going to hold your other piece of your long yarn. Then you're going to start your pattern of over and under. Under, over, under. Then you're going to come back around. Over, under, over. I'm going to do that all the way down the length of the straw. I said if it's easier for you to hold it, go ahead. If it's easier for you to set it down on the table or have another piece of tape, what you have to be careful about is letting this fall out. Okay, so make sure you're holding the knot and the straws so this end does not come out. Okay. So again, it might be easier to set it down and tape it onto the table, the straws. Okay. Over, under, over. Again, just keep working that pattern. And these are just going to hang out here, just kind of be a little bit in the way as you're doing it, but over and under, over, and then the opposite way on the way back. Over, under, over, under. Okay. And then what I do is start to push them up after you've done a few of the rows of weaving, and just push it up. Okay. And I'm going to go about to the middle of the straw, just so we can finish up, but you can do the entire length of the straw. Okay. So again, over, under, over, under. Okay. I'm going to stop there. Okay. So what you need, your 3 brown strands of yarn, put them in the middle of the straw. Okay. Tape your straws together, knot the end. Your very long strand of yarn, tie it onto the one straw, best knot in the middle, so on either end. I did mine with the one closest to me. Over, under, all the way until you get to the length that you want your bookmark or bracelet or whatever you're deciding to create, the length that you would like. Okay. So I'm going to just stop here. Okay. Then what you're going to do, your long strand of yarn, you need to tie it on. Okay, so your work does not come apart. Okay. So this is again a little challenging. I like to bring the loop up just a little bit. And then you put the long strand in that loop. Okay. Again, it's a long strand. If you didn't go all the way to the end, you're just going to pull it through. So you're tying it on. Okay. Then what you're going to do, okay, mind tie on all the way? I'm going to retie mine just so I'm going to bring it back around and retie it. And then pull it through. Okay. This one's going to be extremely short, but I'll show you a finished one. Okay. So this is where you ought to be when you're ready to take the straws out. You're gonna take your tape off the straws. I'm actually going to cut mine. Be careful not to cut any of your yarn. Okay. You can just peel the tape off if that's easier, or you can cut it. I said that's why sometimes masking tape is a little easier, but this is what we had available. Then, going to make sure to hold your knot and your work. Pull your straw out one at a time. Pull the next straw out. And again with the last one. Now you'll have your one very long strand, your 3 brown. You're just going to tie them together. I like to take a loop around my finger and pull it through. Okay. Make sure to get all 4 of them. And again, you probably have one longer strand depending on how far down the straw you went. And that's just a little itty bitty bracelet or a bookmark. Okay, this is the one I had created before, so it's a little longer. Okay, and then the back looks something like this, and then you can again just knot it off, or you can make a loop, whatever works for you. Okay, and that is just a simple bracelet straw weaving, just to give you a spark if you're interested in weaving or fiber. Okay, thanks.